All right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what to tell you because there's so much that has happened since the last podcast that that's how much has happened. I'm gonna be like one of those YouTube ladies. Oh, one of the YouTube girls. I'm like, oh my God, like you're not gonna believe like how much stuff just happened. I'm gonna start talking to you like we're gonna eat some chocolate and drink some wine, and oh my God, it is just so like rich, It's like, and I'm gonna start doing that bulk fry thing. So how are you doing? How are you doing? Enough about me already. Already. How are you doing? You feeling all right? You feeling good? How is whatever city you live in? I'm gonna yell it out. How you feeling? Right? Okay. So I'm just tell you straight up. My spouse and I broke up. We have two little kids, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Now, why did we split up? That's the question, right? That's the question you want to know? The answer to? Nobody cares really, right? That is a question that I don't think that I should answer right now. And the reason I don't think I should answer it, but I think I can tell you that. For me, it was when she left one night and didn't come back until the morning. And then she slept somewhere and wouldn't tell me where she slept or who she was with, but she did refer to that person as a he. So that's what did it for me. And so, yeah, man, that's what's happening right there. And the changes that are going to happen. What is the changes that are going to happen? Let's see. Well, like part of our complaints, part of my complaints in our relationship, my grievances was that she was very absent in the relationship and very absent in the household, etc. So when the eventual separation comes, the workload will not increase by any significant amount. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Why am I telling you about this? Financially too, it's like it's not going to increase by any significant amount. It's been a one income household. I've been paying the rent as a musician, and I gotta say I'm pretty proud of myself. I've been paying the rent as a musician for years. And so that's it, señores and señoras. Am I sad? Are you worried about me? I'm not sad for myself. I'm not really sad. Sometimes I get a little sad. I'm sad that I couldn't make it work, and I'm sad that I feel like I failed my children, and I don't feel like I failed. I tried really hard to make this relationship work, but if you knew what it was like in this house, you would know how difficult it was for me to make it work. And I don't want to get too personal on this podcast because I want to talk to you about GI Joes. Do you remember when GI Joes? Actually, I don't want to talk to you about GI Joes, but when GI Joes were around, I was a little kid, and yeah, that's it. Forget it. If you think I'm gonna go back to the relationship, I'm not. But I'm gonna tell you what I really want to talk about was the metal. All right, the metal when I was a little kid in the 80s, and I think maybe the very late 70s, like 79, and in the 80s, and the metal, and the dudes were wearing jeans, like kind of tight jeans, maybe, I don't know. And they were wearing Vans, right? And they had their hair kind of long and a crop sometimes on top. But the thing that freaks me out right now is I was looking at these old albums, this like Iron Maiden, right? Like Metallica type of stuff, like Ozzy Osbourne. Okay, so Iron Maiden, what was it with the obsession with evil and darkness? Like, it just kind of it seems ridiculous now. I think about where these people lived, and they were all about evil and darkness, and they're living in the suburbs, and they have vans, like these privileged, as that word is used. All these privileged people have vans, And it wasn't like racial or anything like that. There was Mexicans and there was white folks and probably who knows what else, and Filipinos and Thai people, and so let me just go ahead and include everybody in there so nobody's offended. I want you to know something though, that I got my DNA test back, and I want you to know that I am absolutely every race in the world. So I'm even part Ashkenazi Jew. And I want you to know that I'm North, South, Central, East, and West African. And I'm Balkan, and I'm Iberian. No, Iberian. Yeah, Iberian Peninsula. And I'm Native American, and I'm Asian, and I'm white. And so I'm offended by everything every day. I just walk around like once, like just an offense, like a sparkler, but the things coming off of me is just a offense. Just the metal, ladies and gentlemen. What was up with that darkness and the evil in the metal? Like these guys from the suburbs and like the around where I live, people with nicer actual houses, not an apartment like where I lived. They're all in the, and then the witchcraft, like they thought they were doing like witchcraft and like they had powers and stuff. And Ozzy Osbourne's album cover on Diary of a Madman. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Look it up. Diary of a Madman by Ozzy Osbourne. His face looks like the Exorcist's face, and he's standing in a room with his legs spread open, and he's like his blood coming down from his mouth. What if I did that today? What if I release a song of What if I release a song of Christmas music like that? Just bit the head off of an elf and just stabbed a deer. So as you can see, my sense of humor in this household was not appreciated at all. And my sense of humor is big, it's broad, it's all over the place. But the person that I'm with, they don't laugh. And I don't know what to tell you about it. And you know what? They have a lot of past issues. They have a lot of issues. And I get that. And I understand that. But there comes a point where 5 years is like a long time to invest into trying to, help somebody to work it out. And then the person might say to you, well, they didn't really help me work it out. Well, you know what? I'm not a psychologist. I came here to have sex and have kids and make a life and have fun and laugh and share time and all that kind of stuff. I didn't come here to like fix someone. And not that I have a problem with fixing someone. It's just that it's when you're not getting anywhere. It's like it's time to get Didn't I say I wasn't going to talk about that? All right. Diary of a Madman. Okay, what? All right, Iron Maiden's mascot was this skeletal-faced dude with hair coming down the sides, and he had jeans and probably Vans on too. Vans, darkness and evil with the Vans on. So this was popular, and it was really interesting because people really did believe that there was like some sort of, it wasn't even energy. They weren't talking about things that way. They were coming at it from a more of a Catholic perspective. Just forget about anything modern. Okay. That was not going on. Modern, which is actually really old, but it's modern. Anyway, they were not thinking about those kinds of things. That tone back then was more about like Charles Manson and like serial killers and like having no empathy. Even though people didn't really use those words, like they did use the word sociopath and psychopath, like on the news and stuff like that, but they didn't use words like having no empathy. They didn't use words like what is it? What was that word? Anyhow, it doesn't matter. So back then it was about these kinds of things and joining a cult, and like Led Zeppelin went to like this dude named Aleister Crowley, which sounds like something jagged and sharp and like some nails or something. Somebody's long fingernails. Uh, and so like the guys from like Led Zeppelin or some other band would go to some temple and they would hang out with this dude who had this energy and uh, this force, this magic, this thing, and then they would pick it up and then they would come back and they would put it into the music. And the truth of the matter is all bullshit. That's the truth of the matter, because all these dudes got old, and you see them rocking out still, and then Ozzy Osbourne, that crazy motherfucker, Ozzy Osbourne, he was having a show and he bit the head off of a bat during one of the show, a real bat. Did you know that? I'm almost 100% that's accurate. Is that good English? I'm almost 100% that's accurate. That's almost 100. I'm almost 100% sure that that's true. I always have my doubts, about these kinds of facts because there could be a little caveat or nuance here. But as far as I remember, he bit the head off of a bat. And let's say it's not even true. Let's just say it's not. When I was a kid, that's what people were saying. Man, all the other man, hey bro, hey, he bit the head off of a bat, Holmes. Yeah, man, that dude's crazy, huh? That dude's crazy. So, like cholos and stuff, like they didn't want to mess with these guys. They actually believed that these like rocker dudes, these like white rocker dudes, had some sort of power or like connection. I mean, they did. Like their parents knew about the stock market by the time when their kids were 18, and our parents did not, and still don't. But when the cholos, they didn't mess around with these guys because they actually believed that, and so that turned out to be a defense mechanism for the white dudes. They would just act like, oh, hey man, you don't know if I'm evil, dude. Like they'd be walking down the street and they see some cholos, and then they would like look all sinister, like all like what later became like, I'm gonna do a school shooting, like like that kind of a look, except back then it was totally a bluff, not like today where actually people start doing it. And but today it's based off of race and things like that, because that's what America is. It's all based off of race, and I don't know where it's going to go. Honestly, I don't know where it's going to go. People, the internet has proven more than anything that it's ever proven in the past, with verifiable, with documentation, that people are pretty stupid. Like people are, I think, good. I think people are good natured. The majority of people, the vast majority of people are good natured. It's proven that too. Either neutral or actually actively good natured, but dumb, right? Because like they just fall for whatever, man. Pokemon Go, like everybody joined Facebook, and they're like, "What do you think's happening with this data? Like, does it really matter?" Like all these dudes. And then you have people that are intelligent, okay, but they're not too intelligent. They're not like geniuses like me, right? Come on, I'm kidding. I'm definitely not a genius. If I am, I definitely don't know it. And if I'm not, it wouldn't surprise me. But people are definitely not geniuses. Why the hell was I saying that? Because people like the Facebook thing, and like I was saying, they just go for whatever, man. And I don't understand like how that works necessarily. Anyway, I was gonna make a point, but it doesn't matter, because let me see, was I finished with the Diary of a Madman / Iron Maiden / Darkness and Evil in the Suburbs with Vans on? Was I done with that? I don't think so. Anyway, all I gotta tell you, as a kid, I never got into it, and it never really freaked me out. It never even really scared me, right? My father was an atheist, and he was too practical of a person to. I don't know if he's an atheist now, but he was an atheist then. But he was too practical of a person. The vibe in our house intellectually was just like he would just discredit all of that stuff. And Yeah, I never really got into it. I couldn't really get into it. I had to pretend that I got into like Metallica, early Metallica. I had to pretend that I liked Ozzy Osbourne. I had to pretend that I liked Crazy Train, when I was a kid, because I was actually gay, and I was into. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I wasn't gay. I'm the most heterosexual dude that I've ever met in my life. When I go to the gym, when I go to the YMCA, and I'm in the locker room, and then the men, men are. I don't know if you ladies know this, but men in the locker room, we're not too shy about you're drying yourself off and whatnot. But that's how I know for sure that I'm not gay. Cause I'm just like, man, this is kind of disgusting. You don't want to, see, man. There's somebody out there right now going, man, Goliath is talking about this obsessing right now. I bet you he's secretly obsessing about that. Man, you know what, dude? If I was, I would just tell you, all right? So, anyhow, gayness. No, man. So people were obsessing over this fucking, is that what I was talking about? The Diary of a Madman or whatever. Anyhow. Yeah, baby. I'm being interrupted over here with my kids. Sí, sí tiene limón. Yo le puse limón. ¿Tú quieres que yo le ponga más limón al guacamole?
No, I want to.
Oh, Luna. Solamente le puedes poner poquito limón. No le pongas mucho limón, ¿ok? Poquito. Okay. She's so sweet. She wanted lemon in the guacamole. So I couldn't get into Ozzy Osbourne and a lot of this stuff, man. I liked a couple of songs here, a couple of songs there. I couldn't get into like Motley Crue all that much. Like, she got the looks, the kid. Oh, she got the looks, the kid. And I get it. I get it, and I see that it's good. Like when I see a woman on a magazine cover that is beautiful, and I get that she's beautiful. There's no denying that. But I'm just not attracted to her for some reason, right? Because I'm gay. No, I'm not attracted to her for some reason because she's just not my type, or something about. There's something, believe it or not, there's something sometimes repulsive about a woman that looks that perfect. And I think the thing that's repulsive about it is that that if you have a woman like that, ¿sabes qué? Luna, dame. Luna, dame eso, baby. Dámelo. Dame eso. No, baby, dámelo, por favor. Dame el limón. Gracias. Ok, pero usted, mira, baby, ustedes tienen que comer el guacamole, ¿ok? Daddy te hizo guacamole y tú te lo puedes comer. Cómelo con chips. Ahí tienes chips. Yo te di chips. So the thing that's repulsive about it is that that you were. Luna, estoy haciendo un podcast ahorita, baby. Ok, ahorita te voy a dar otra cosa. Se va a caer. Ahorita te voy a dar guacamole. Ya veo, baby. Okay, come guacamole. So like I was saying, the thing that could be repulsive about that. ¿Qué, baby? Estoy hablando del micrófono. Cálmate, okay? Espérate. The thing that's repulsive about it is that that if you're with a woman like that, you're not going to be able to have any rest. You're not going to be able to rest at all because you're gonna because you're gonna get a phone call from the grocery store saying, hey baby, this guy's following me around, and there's always going to be after your lady, and you're going to have a lot of attention, and there is no peace when you're with a woman like that. I want to tell you right now. And I'm sure it's that way with women too. Like if they're with a really good looking dude, you know that dude's not going to be faithful to you. I know. Trust me, I'm one of those guys. I'm a really good looking guy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm as faithful. I'm one of the most faithful people that I've ever met. I got to tell you, my parents raised me well. I have a really high degree of integrity, and I'm very faithful, and I have a dog. And if you like me, you can call me because I'm single now, and my phone number is like area code 510. No, so listen, you know what? I got to go take care of these kids. Diary of a Madman. Diary of a Madman, Ozzy Osbourne, these people biting heads off. Go, look up that album cover. Diary of a Madman, the Iron Maiden. These people were, they were tripped out, man. And maybe I'll pick this up again. And then dudes started dressing like women, right? And then that was their defense mechanism. That was the white dude's defense mechanism. Like, I'm not going to, these cholos and these gangbangers, they're not going to mess with me because I'm going to start dressing like a bitch. Man, it's so hard to use words like that in the lower to middle class neighborhood, like area that I live in, mentality type of place, because it's just a weird thing that goes in with the tide, like and out with the tide, like words that you can't use. They're arbitrary because it just changes. Like it's not good now, and then it'll be fine, and it wasn't good. And what you could say 5 years ago, you can't say now. What you could say 10 years ago, you can't say now. And what you can say now, you couldn't say back then. And like in 5 years, it'll be a whole new set of things. And the only thing that is the most dangerous thing about that would be that people could just keep shrinking the dictionary. Like you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this. And then you end up with like this, it's like 1984. It's like 1984 being done on yourself, by yourself. Masturbatory 1984. You know what? I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a noise coming out. They're like banging the door over there. They're like hitting on stuff. I gotta go. Te quiero mucho. I love you very much. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. And you can donate at my podcast at goliathflores.com. I recently had to redesign my website. I'm still working on it, but it's almost done. And I'm doing all right. I'm getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. You remember that song? I studied nuclear science. I love my classes. I got a crazy teacher. He wears dark glasses. Things are going great. And they're only getting better. I'm doing all right. Getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. I gotta wear shades. That's a good song, man. You should check it out.